Okay, I'm going to say a few words about the Apple car that has been rumored, and I can't wait. I think Apple needs to come out with a car as soon as possible, and I'm going to give you an example why. The automotive industry is ripe to be disrupted. I had a subscriber and someone I know very well. Uh, they wanted a car. They were driving their Toyota Prius, and it failed. They were 100 miles out on a trip, and it failed. And they took it, had it towed to a Toyota dealer, and this is a 6-year-old Prius with about 65,000 miles on it, cream puff car, one elderly owner, and this person is up there in the years, and so of course what does the Toyota dealer do? They realize this person's in a hurry, they want to do a deal, they want to buy a new car right away, they want to trade in, get rid of their old junker, right, that broke down. And so, of course, they gave them next to nothing for trade-in on the Prius, which is a cream puff, and they blistered them and sold the new car to them for a ridiculously high price. So they made what we call, and I used to be in the automobile business years ago, they'd call that a home run, and they'd take everybody out to dinner that night, right, and celebrate. And the problem with this whole scenario is, depending on who you are and your circumstances, you get a different deal at the dealer. Whereas if I buy an iPhone like this iPhone right here, if I go in and I buy an iPhone, it doesn't matter who I am. I pay the same price. And I get a high quality piece of equipment. I get high quality service. I get everything that I want. And I don't pay a price based on whether or not I'm in a bad circumstance or not, or whether or not I'm not knowledgeable, or whatever the variables are. I don't pay a different price based on my level of knowledge or my circumstances. And so the automobile industry is ripe to be disrupted. I think Apple is a great company to do it. And people say you pay an Apple tax, you pay a lot more because of the margins they have. The reason they have the margins is because they're smart about how they do business. They bring out these phones once a year, and then they make millions and millions of them. And so they negotiate very well with the suppliers. They get great prices on the components. They buy top-notch components. They do everything to the highest level of quality. And yes, they make good margins. That's just because they work smart. A high-line Samsung phone costs just as much as an iPhone, and it's basically a piece of junk. And yet they have very small margins. They don't make hardly any profit on their phones because they don't make that many of them, because they're always changing them and so forth, and it's just a mess. Whereas the iPhones come out once a year, they make the same phone for a year, they make millions and millions and millions of them, and so they're efficient in that way, and so we get a great product. They make a good profit, which is fine. They can provide then excellent service, and so everybody wins. So we need to bring this to the car industry, and it can't happen soon enough. I, for one, welcome my Apple overlords and welcome them into the automobile industry. Bring out the Apple car. I'll be your first customer. Thanks for watching, and please subscribe to my channel. And by the way, I'm using my iPhone here as my microphone. Thanks for watching.